My name's Vicky Zhang, and I'm from Long Island, New York. I chose art education because in high school, my high school art teacher, he was very inspirational, and he was very kind and understanding towards me and all his students, and he was always super welcoming, and he let us stay in his classroom to do whatever art we wanted to do. Barbie inspired me. There was this one Barbie movie, don't remember what it's called, but it was a fashion Barbie movie where they designed clothes and drew. So I drew along with them, and I designed clothes. I think my parents, they cared initially, but since education seems a bit more like a stable career path, they were okay with it. So as long as I wasn't just an artist, they were okay. And it seemed like I had an understanding of what I would be doing, so they felt somewhat confident, but they still worry. I had no expectations. I actually had no expectations. I didn't know how this is gonna go. But I would say positively, if I were to describe it to anyone else, there's a lot of work. There's so much work, and it progressively increases each semester, and it never stops. I didn't know about that. In education, to be a teacher, you're continuously learning. So it's not like a normal job where you get like maybe like an office job. Not to hate on office jobs, but like when you get like an office job, like that's it. Like that's your job, and then you do what they tell you. But for teachers, you have to continuously learn to keep up with certifications or degrees, and like to get pay raises, you would have to take more courses outside. It's just a lot of self-monitoring and analyzing your own teaching and just analyzing how you teach, and you gotta self-improve yourself. So it's not like, yeah, like your boss can tell you, you could do better by doing da-da-da-da, but like you also have to self-realize, oh, I could have done better in this way. How can I improve my lesson for the next class? Like what changes could I make? So there's no really like a person telling you except yourself. The art and design education department is very supporting, and they have all the, majority of the resources that we need to create our lessons, and the way they structured the classes, it builds very nicely. So even though it may feel overwhelming, the way that they planned all the courses is like scaffolded well, that we have support from the professor, and the chairperson and assistant chairperson are both very kind and welcoming people that you could just go into the office if you ever need anything. I think after this one lesson I taught, it went so bad that I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I could do this anymore. And I was like, should I change careers? Is it too late? But then a few days later, I taught another lesson. I was like, oh, I feel better. But it was just the fact that that lesson went not badly. The students learned, but in my eye, it went kind of bad because it didn't go according to plan. So I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And I was like, so much work down the drain. I feel like this table would be good. Just Kyo and Tula. Like this. Yeah, just like cut it out. Because if they choose just one, I'm not sure how I feel take.
Do we have enough for everyone to do two?
They don't merge because I don't see how my friends can help me with my school life. But I do spend more time on like schoolwork and planning now and like prepping for everything. And I feel like I find myself thinking a lot about how I can improve on my lesson, or like things that I should be doing for lessons. Like randomly, like in the mornings, I'll just remember something and I'll have to write it down or else I'll forget it. Or just like things like that. Like my mind is constantly thinking about it, and the only time that I'm not thinking about it is after I complete a lesson. And I have like that 1 to 2 day before I need to start another lesson. It's like that gap right there that I'm not thinking about it, and I'm thinking about other work.
Okay, in all honesty, not to be like I'm just thinking, who do you think, whose parents or whose family is not going to come open studios? Who, like I'm just
We're gonna play that game right now.
I'm just curious to see.
I take a really long nap at the end of the day, or I go to a cafe and I order a matcha and I draw, or I'll take a long run, or I'll go to the piers, Brooklyn Piers, to watch the sunset, or I sit in my corner. Now you back to the corner. I don't think I could do teaching for like the rest of my life. Like, you know how teachers, like some teachers, they're like, I got an award and I taught for 30 years. And you're in like the same place for 30 years. So I don't think I could do that. I was thinking, like, honestly, like maybe full-time for a bit, but then it'll probably go to part-time. And when I would have like something else on the side to do, because like if I do part-time, I still get to teach, but like it doesn't drain me every single day.
Any last words? And that's Vicky, everybody.
Never put me on a show.
I'm just gonna be Vicky, so whatever
Okay.
Vicky's gonna do, I'm gonna
But you should
Okay.
purposely make it difficult.
Please
you should,
don't.
like, super hard. Be like,
have to
oh, and then
insist that that's
Vicky
just
hops
Vicky.
on one foot and explains
You have to insist that that's just Vicky.
I was like, okay, Vicky
And
over
you have
here is
to
gonna
insist
help
that
you with
you're Vicky.
materials. That's not Vicky.
That is Vicky.
Actually, my nickname used to be Vicky. Fun fact.
Really?
No way. In Victoria.
Oh yes.
Yes. So really, I can be Vicky.
You are Vicky.
We're Vicky.
I'm gonna like show up in Vicky's clothes.
I'll do it.
Oh,